Okay, another FHA product that we have is the FHA 203K. Renovation products are becoming more and more popular right now. Borrowers are struggling to find homes, so the best answer is a 203K. They can find a rundown property in a great area and rehab that property to where it's something comfortable for their families to live in. Or if they own a home and the home isn't quite working for them, maybe they've had a few children, they need to add on to their house, they need more bedrooms, more bathrooms. 203K might be the way to go.
Okay, before you continue this clarification, so what loan amounts? Are they conforming or high balance?
You can do conforming and high balance.
This big, huge difference. Okay, so let's say I have a high balance and 3.5% down, and loan is conforming 149,850.
1,049,850.
With 1,149,850. This is agency.
Well, that's going to be your total loan amount, because even with the renovation, we can't go over the FHA
this is
loan
answer.
limit.
So now it's you're limited to total. So now it's you have to have money for whatever down payment enough to. Then if you need renovation, money can come. And how does it work with purchases?
So basically what we're going to do if for a purchase, or we're going to take the purchase price and then we're going to add to it so say your purchase price was $700,000 and you wanted to do $200,000 in renovations, then we would use the after improved value as the value for the home in which we're basing the
This
loan.
is very interesting. So the appraiser is going to be made as for future value?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that regardless of cost?
What do you mean?
How
In
much
other
it
words, if
costs?
cost is
Well, no,
lower,
it's not. It's going
cost
to
is
be.
lower?
Let me just say this: that they are going to look at value add. So,
Yeah.
if you're doing a bunch of renovations that don't add any value, of course, that's going to
Well, what I was
alter.
saying is, do they do lower of
lower up. Yes,
improved value or purchase plus cost?
correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Yes. Most of the time, it does come out usually to be the cost of the renovation, but
This
not
might
always.
be very interesting as a marketing to real estate professionals, because it's often they call me and say that property needs work and you cannot get conventional loan. So in this case, you might have combination between 2 or 3K and conventional loan.
Yeah, well, so we offer renovation products on just about everything. We do FHA, USDA, and VA, as well as conventional. Something to note about FHA, if you're doing an ADU or if you're adding an ADU, it has to be attached to the property. So on FHA only. So if your borrower wants to build an ADU and it's going to be detached, you definitely want to go to a conventional product. So
And
now
what are the loan limits?
the loan limits are also high balance on the conventional products
Combined.
as well.
Combined.
So we do have both the Fannie Mae home style renovation and the Freddie Mac choice renovation. Basically, we'll do loan amounts. Okay, so anything up to $25,000 on the limited home style renovation. Up to $25,000, it's considered limited. If you go over $25,000, it's considered a full. The difference between a limited and a full is you need a HUD consultant. A HUD consultant basically acts as a project manager for the renovation. So the HUD consultant works closely with the lender and with the contractor to do the renovations. The kind of cool thing about a renovation program, as far as when you're dealing with a contractor, is their guaranteed payment. So there's not a whole lot of haggling between the borrower and the contractor, because I mean we get the bids all approved up front, And then, of course, there can be changes as you go along, and we have a department that will service the loan through that. But the contractor is definitely guaranteed payment on these renovation loans.
My question is about timing. So let's say client finds a property which needs love and care, and whatever, 25,000 or more. Can they close and do renovation later? How does it work?
So the renovations have to be done and completed within 6 months of closing the loan.
Uh-huh.
So,
So in other words, a loan is going to be approved, which is included repairs, renovations, and then you closing transactions the way it is now, as is property basically.
Yes.
And then at that time, how do you know how much money you need to get approved? You need to have contractors bid before it.
Right. So what you would do is in the scenario with a purchase transaction, you're going to have once the borrower gets into contract or whatever, or even as they're looking at properties, they can take their contractors out with them and say, this is what I need to live in this home. I like the area. I like the school district, whatever. I want to buy this property, but I need it to have this, this, and this. They will take their contractors out there with them. The contractors will draw up a bid. You send me a copy of the bid. I have my team look it over. They say, yeah, this looks like something that we'll consider, and then we start the process. You'll package the loan basically, and I would, as soon as you get the loan ready to submit, I will get you in touch with our renovation specialist. He's going to walk you through the entire process, start to finish. You will not be alone in this process.
Is this renovation specialist is employee of your bank?
Yes.
And HUD consultant is also employee?
No. The HUD consultant is an individual, he's a contractor on his own, basically. And you would choose the HUD consultant. We will give you a list of HUD consultants in your area, and you can interview your HUD consultant and choose the HUD consultant that you choose to work with.
So basically it's extra cost for, it's part of cost of doing business?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's usually based on the number of draws for the HUD consultant. Yeah. What else?
And there is a limit for how much money, let's say an FHA is at 25,000 or
So FHA is 35,000 for
35.
limited.
This I remember this year, so you confused me with 25.
Okay, 25 is for the conventional loans. 35 for FHA.
Yes.
And you know what? Sometimes they will, even on conventional, they may go a little above depending on what the renovation is. They may allow it to go a little bit above the 25,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
That becomes very interesting because I have seen properties which had, let's say, leak. You're walking in and you see ceiling has a leak, or some damage to windows. So that's a possibility because those projects are inexpensive relatively. You don't have to rebuild anything. You can just fix it. You can fix the roof. Okay, roof might cost even 10,000, 15, 20, but you within parameters.
Yeah.
And then you put a coat of paint and you fix the problem. And if you do it conventional loan, you cannot get a loan. If your appraiser says there is a stain of ceiling, it's
unless you're doing a renovation loan.
No, but that's what my point, that there's a solution to any project. You don't have to request from the seller to paint the ceiling before you can put it in bidding. Yeah, that's, you see, I'm thinking from point of view of how to explain this to real estate agents. Because they're dealing with people who, they come in, there's a problem, as is.
So, something else I'm gonna touch on is the conventional products are more for, more like for doing luxury items. Pools, outdoor kitchens, if you wanna do some of the higher end renovations. You don't wanna go too crazy, but that's when you're gonna start to look at conventional. 203K is gonna be more your rehab, your rundown properties. Those are more the 203K type
So
properties.
we're talking about two products basically. 203K, which has to do with short
Deferred maintenance.
deferred
and-
maintenance, like up to 35 on FHA or 25 conventional. And then if you need to do more serious renovation, then it's different product, and this is unconventional loans.
Yes.
Okay.